So, are you gonna splice these together or what?
Yeah, I'll throw like a transition or something. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So again, we're taking the hole right here. Gonna line up the bottom. Make sure it's not hanging off. And also, we're gonna look at the top here. Shift this a little bit. Okay. Then I'm gonna pinch the center of the plate right here. Pull it to the tip. It's going to slide around a little bit with the Windex underneath the adhesive, but once you've got it down, it's going to stay. Okay, so again, we provide you with one of these. Don't recommend putting it directly on the vinyl because it can scratch the vinyl. For the initial tack, we can go ahead and put the liner back over it. I'm going to go ahead and cup the squeegee. I'm going to start about center, move all the way to the back, move all the way to the front, all the way over the hole. It doesn't matter which way you start, from the front or the back. The only idea is you want to overlap where you started and finished. So I'm going to start right here. Push the liner down a little bit forward more so I'm not dealing with the cutouts in the paper. Flip it around. Started right around here. I'm going to come back a little bit further, push all the way to the end. Actually, I'm going to pick it up just a little bit. I'm going to turn the hairdryer on and heat this up. It'll start to relax the vinyl and actually stretch it. It's a little. This is aftermarket plastic, so the fit's a little bit different than OEM. I'm going to go ahead and draw the material out a little bit using the heat gun. It'll stretch easily. And I also want to make sure that this area up here is somewhat in line. It's hanging just a little bit. Again, this is aftermarket plastic, so it's not a perfect fit. Just get that tacked down initially. You can see it's buckling right here. We're not going to worry about that right now. Okay, heat gun. See the material start to draw in with just the heat as it shrinks up. This should be enough. Now I'm going to start using this squeegee. We sell these squeegees online. They're felt squeegee. They don't scratch the surface and they're firm. So it gives you plenty of pressure you can apply. I'm going to go ahead and lift it up a little bit, stretch it. While I'm stretching it, I'm going to squeegee it forward. So that it's a little bit closer to the edge of the plate here. Okay. So this area is pretty much a no-brainer. It's going to come down by itself, no problem. This is the harder area. We're going to attack the harder area first. Okay, so I like to pull up the vinyl, maybe put a little more Windex down there so it doesn't stick so quickly. And if I pull up the vinyl, it makes an even line here versus having a huge bunch sticking here and there. So we've got this flat area now here. It's about 1 inch wide on both sides. I'm going to take the squeegee and run it perpendicular from that line. As you go, it'll gradually get wider and wider. I got about 2 or 3 inches wide now. Run some more heat.
Scoot it up a little, just a little more onto the bench.
You don't want to stop too long in one spot. You don't want to get uneven temperature. It won't melt the graphics, but it'll make one side softer than the other. Okay, on this side, I'm not going to press too hard because I'm afraid to stretch the vinyl. I don't want to stretch the vinyl as it's going down. But I do want to press semi-firm just so it doesn't leave an air pocket. See, I'm working it out. You can see the bubbles coming out. And whenever you start to get these V channels, these peaks like mountain ridges, you want your squeegee to go perpendicular to them so that they're always cutting them at this direction. Sometimes it means you're going to have to swoop on it, kind of turn. See, I'm going perpendicular to it. Don't worry about that yet. Okay. A little more heat. What I'm going to do is, before this gets too hot, while it's cool, is pick it up. If it's too hot, you'll stretch it and you get too much material. So I'm going to go ahead and just position it. Again, you got all this stuff here, but when you do this, it'll actually start to flatten out the material. Then use the squeegee, whether you're using the yellow one or the felt squeegee, and dab it. Don't pull on it, just dab it. And that'll make a nice flat spot. And you can come in with your thumb. And work out the rest of it. So, you may need to add more heat to get that to conform. Okay, so for this area right here, I'm just going to add more heat. We'll come back to all these little areas that are starting to wick up a little bit after we get this area laid down. Again, I'm filling it up so that I get a nice even line across here, kind of right up to my flat spot. Pause it.